Good morning, Elkin. 8:34. Happy Friday to you. One of those things you want to do maybe on the weekend is take your dog out.
That's right.
Walk outside. Do you take Layla on walks ever? Or is it is she backyard only?
No, we take her on walks.
Okay.
Too. Yeah.
Do you have leash on or leash off?
For my HOA friends,
Yeah.
only leash on.
Leash on
Never
only.
leash off. Not even when we're in the lake swimming.
Well, even leash on, you've got to train your dog to walk even on a leash.
That's right.
That's
you
a
do
real
have to
thing.
train him to walk on the leash. Yeah,
You do.
that's part of it.
And
yeah.
you, as the owner of the dog, need to be trained as well.
That's really what it is.
And that's what Zoom Room can help with, training the people who love the dogs. And y'all train both the dogs and the people, I would imagine. Karen joins us again this morning. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm excited every time I get to talk about dogs because I kind of get to live vicariously through your team right now. I don't have a dog currently. I have a cat. Do you train cats by chance?
We do not.
Yeah, I don't know if that'll ever be possible in life, but
Try bringing Benji to the agility class. We'll just see how he does.
But you brought another.
well.
You brought another Karen with you today. Karen,
did.
you're Karen Patch and Karen Andersen, the head trainer of Zoom Room. Welcome.
Hi, thank you.
All right, I was asking you before we went on air what the most obedient dog is, and you don't think that it's necessarily about the breed.
Right.
It's
No.
about the dog.
It's about the dog and it's about the owner too.
Can you talk to dogs?
I do talk to dogs.
That's what I imagine happens when the dog walks in the room. So what's the process like to train a dog? I mean, that's got to be pretty intense to see a wide variety.
It is. We see every breed and mix of breeds at the Zoom Room. And the process is very similar for all dogs. Learning is learning, behavior is behavior. I'm losing it.
You're okay. How long have you been doing this?
15 or 20 years. I've been working with dogs training since 2008.
Like tricks and stuff like that,
Yep,
or
tricks. Yep.
'Cause-
Everything we offer at the Zoom Room, I've been doing for that many years. So we do tricks, we do obedience, we do agility. We're going to have scent classes and all kinds
Scent?
of workshops.
Did you say scent
Scent,
classes?
scent
What is-
detection,
What is that? How
That's like a dog you would see at the airport, sniffing stuff out.
Ooh,
Uh-oh.
Now
We-
we're talking.
We will sniff out essential oils.
Okay. I was like, my dog sniffs out peanut butter anytime it's in
Yes.
my purse.
Yes.
That's about all she's got
No
so far.
contraband, but it's the same process
Okay.
that those detection dogs go through, and any dog can learn it.
Oh, wow.
And so for those who, because there's beyond breed, there's also different ages of dogs, right? Where I imagine like personal, like kids, right, are young, or then maybe there's older adults, right, that are a little bit more set in their ways, if
Yeah.
you would, right?
Right.
So what's that like at Zoom Room? Do you guys, help people with brand new puppies,
We do.
all the way up to have just adopted maybe a 12-year-old beautiful dog from the shelter? How does all that work as far as the age ranges?
Sure. We start with puppies as young as 8 weeks old.
Oh wow.
We sanitize the gym with veterinarian grade sanitizer to ensure it's killing all of those nasty viruses. And the younger, the better that you can start with. And we go all the way up. Gosh, we had a 13-year-old Papillon doing agility one night. So we do have some older dogs. When you get a puppy, we actually have a wonderful puppy package. And the way that works is you buy packages of classes. And so we're with that puppy kind of from the beginning. Our puppy classes really focus on both training as far as starting with those early skills, the obedience, as well as socialization. So we're ensuring with our young puppies, they're getting some playtime. And then with our little bit older puppies, 4 to 8 months, they're getting some form of agility or some sort of really just kind of stimulation and enrichment in the class. So they're getting, a little bit of a brain break is what we call it during the class. So, and then the older dogs, if you've just gone out and rescued a dog, it's great. We actually offer for rescue dogs a free evaluation and a free half-hour private so that owner can really get an assessment from one of our trainers and say, okay, this dog seems to have some baseline of skills, or maybe they have no skills, or maybe they're just so shut down that we would really need to refer them to a specialist. So that gives us an idea of where to guide the client on where to start with that dog.
So, and I think back to my last puppy I had, and you say obedience training for puppies. The two things come to mind.
Mhm.
My ankles getting bit
Right.
Mhm.
Those little sharp baby teeth.
Yes.
and pee-peeing on the rug.
Oh, yeah.
Those are do you all help with both of
Well,
those?
I have a foster dog, puppy right now, and we're still working on that. So I understand that. We do. I mean, we talk to, again, we're training the people that love them. So we're talking about, and Karen can probably elaborate, but things like, distraction. If the puppy's biting you, then you're redirecting them, giving them a toy or giving them an activity to do. So we're really trying to, help that owner understand all of those puppy behaviors. That's one time, where puppies get turned back in is people don't understand that puppies do bite. It's a natural for them. So we're really just trying to help the owners understand all of those different things that they can deal with.
Karen, as the head trainer, do you have dogs at home as well, like your own dogs, or do you live vicariously through?
No,
Zoom
no, I
at this
have 2
point?
dogs at home.
Yeah.
Yep, and they sometimes come to the Zoom room and hang out and practice their skills because it's a lifelong thing. You can't, the traditional is I'll take a 6-week class when my puppy is little, and then I think I'm done. And then I wonder why when the puppy gets older, it's still jumping
Yeah.
and barking and, not listening. So my dogs are still learning every day. There's still training to do.
I apply this principle with my kids, and I feel like I've learned from a lot of the professionals here recently of some things I'm doing wrong with my kids, but wondering if it's okay for both pets as well, and I'll just use it as for my kids. Treat enforcement, is that a positive thing
hmm
in the world of helping learn
Yes.
and things like that?
Yep. Food is the primary motivator. So it's the best thing that you can use to train anybody, kids.
There you go.
Okay.
Okay, they've
Principle
said,
applies.
yes.
Like, I said before, like behavior is behavior and learning is learning. And the more positive things that happen when you're doing something, the more likely you are to continue to do that thing. And
And
if you don't get rewarded, then you stop doing that thing.
And I love the idea of being able to train like for the agility training stuff. So like that's the fun experience. You've got a pet who you see the commercial where the dog is off the leash. You're at an appropriate place where you can do that
Mhm.
at a park, and the dog's actually bringing the ball back or playing with you or
hmm
doing the things you want to be doing. What's that like training for that in the process? That's got to be even pretty technical.
Training for the agility.
Yeah.
It is, and it's training the people have to learn as well as the dogs. It's a great bonding experience for the people and the dogs together because they're working together, and the dogs having fun, the people are having fun. But there's a little bit of technical difficulty with people learning where they are in space, the dog where it is in space, because the people are just running around with the dog, but guiding the dog, but the dog is going up and down and over and through, and so it takes a little bit of training for both the people and the dog to learn all the obstacles and how to navigate them.
Very cool. Karen Andersen, she's the head trainer. We're also talking with Karen Patch, the owner of Zoom Room. We train the people who love them. Karen takes time to train. Share about your facility there in Huntersville that you guys have, and what it's like inside, because a bunch of dogs and a bunch of people running around in one
Yeah, it
room
can
together.
probably get chaotic, yes.
It can. So we've got a 1,700 square foot indoor gym. So beat the heat this summer.
Yes.
So it's really nice in there, very colorful, very welcoming. We do have a small retail area for that has products for training, so treats, enrichment, toys, puzzles. With our classes, we try to keep it small. So in an agility class, we're not going to have more than 4 dogs. And in agility, you're in the gym by yourself with your dog and the trainer, and we rotate the dogs throughout the gym in 3-minute intervals. So everybody gets a chance to do that off leash training. For obedience and other classes, we're going to have up to 6 dogs. And in the gym, they're spread out. If there's a dog, we talked about this last time with big feelings, maybe wants to bark at everybody. We have dividers so that we can put between, so they're not distracted, and that the owner and the dog can work and not be distracted by other dogs. So
And what are the offerings of the courses? How does the schedule work? Is it more customized, or is it, hey, here's our preset schedule? How does that work with you guys too?
So it's very flexible. We offer the same class multiple times throughout the week. We try to fit everyone's schedule, so we try to offer our popular classes both during the day, in the evening, and on the weekends. And the idea is that you're not set to come 6 weeks for at 3 o'clock, for obedience. You choose when you want to come. And our classes we're working on certain skills in each of the classes. So once you've come to one of classes, you kind of know what those what we call them milestones are to move up to the next level. Some dogs do it very quickly. Some dogs take a little, dogs and owners take a little longer to complete them, but you're not tied to a set. You have to do 6 weeks of obedience before you can go to advanced obedience or whatever. It's very flexible.
Karen, the owner of Zoom Room. We train the people who love them. That's the mantra there behind loving your animal and learning how to work together in a positive way and learn something. Karen Patch and Karen Andersen, head trainer. Last question for you: is it true there has to be like an alpha in the house, like the dog only like connects with an alpha, and you got to have like a true like leader in the house training the dog? Is that a real thing?
You need to be a leader for the dog, but the alpha wolf theory has been debunked.
Okay.
It's either maybe personality types, but you don't have to be aggressive with your dog or too demanding with them. You just have to be confident.
Sure. Okay. So there's hope for maybe not.
Yeah,
being
there you
alpha.
go.
So there you
Consistent
go.
too. Yeah.
Thank you
There you
both
go.
for
Thank
coming
you,
in.
guys.
Zoom Room. Check them out in Huntersville.
Thanks.